In the early 1980s, the library took a technological leap with its first computer, the Apple IIe. Obtained through a $3,000 federal grant, it allowed many citizens of Edwardsville to have their first interaction with a computer.
We got our first Apple computer in the 80s. I think we wrote a grant for that. It was an Apple IIe. Oh, was it fast and wonderful. And I'm the children's librarian at that time, because the machine was located down there. Did a lot of educating on just how to boot things up and how to do that original DOS-based language to log into stuff.
Technology began to play a more important role in the library when the catalog became automated in 1986. In 1988, Library Director Susan Lugo, with the help of the elves, put forth a tax referendum to update and expand the Carnegie Library to match the need of the growing community. The $2.4 million referendum would expand the library from 8,000 to 20,000 square feet while maintaining the Carnegie building style. The elves led the campaign for the referendum by telephoning more than 1,200 library patrons.
Most of them were pretty nice on the telephone. I didn't have anybody that said, well, I'm not voting for that, raise my taxes. If they thought so, they didn't say so. But we did get the vote out, and we really didn't know whether we were going to be able to or not, but we did.
After much hard work and determination, the referendum passed, allowing the library to take its current shape.
Oh, we celebrated. We cheered, we smiled, we laughed. Staff members, board members, and library friends were at the courthouse. It was a good experience.
In 1989, ground was broken for the addition, and in the following 2 years of construction, noise, and sweltering summer heat, the library remained open.
I thought the librarians had to put up with hell for about 2 years while the thing went up, because it's, when you're trying to have a conducive place to study, having people hammering 20 feet away is generally not the most pleasant kind of environment. But I think they were willing to do it because they knew what would follow.
The stone quarry that was used to build the original Carnegie Library was located and used for the addition, seamlessly fusing the old library with the new.
It sort of preserves a moment in American history that I think too many communities lose.
When I was a page and I was shelving, I was pushing my heavy book cart one day and looked at the wall, and I noticed markings on the wall. And suddenly I realized what those markings were. And those markings were where the ivy grew up on the outside of the building. And it's just so beautiful to think about, both about the fact that, the ivy used to be there, and that we have this outdoor place brought indoors.
Carnegie buildings are a kind of sign of the time. You can recognize when you look at a Carnegie building, they tend to have very similar things, and they're very obviously, in this case, early 20th century buildings. And I think so it's that kind of fact that it's and there are, again, there are libraries you go into that are vast, wonderful, modern, new buildings that look like they've landed from Mars. But I think it keeps a sense of history open, and that's one of the things I really like about it.
Once the addition was completed, the entire collection and staff moved from the existing building to the addition to allow a complete renovation of the original library. In 1991, the addition and remodeled building were ready to serve the public. Shortly before the dedication ceremony, the elves came to the rescue once again.
When we were just getting ready to dedicate the new building, the Sunday before, I think it was, or the Saturday before it was going to happen on Sunday, there was a flood, and the whole basement was flooded with 6 inches of water. And it was the elves who just got on the phone, called each other, brought the shop vacs, moved the books. I mean, within a matter of minutes, had mobilized a huge crew of people who were there. I think the potential for doing that is great again.
We had essentially a phone tree. One person called another and another and another, and do you have a shop vac? Do you have a large fan? Come, we need help. And families came. We moved books on carts. We tried to squeegee the carpet, and and we did get it ready. It was ready for the opening. So,
With the new addition, the library had more than doubled in size, added conference and meeting rooms, and became handicap accessible. Equipped with new facilities, the library was ready to grow and thrive with Edwardsville. The 1990s brought about a myriad of technological innovations. The library embraced new services as quickly as they became available, most notably the internet and public access computers. The library took a delicious step forward with the addition of Carnegie's Cafe and Books in 1999.
One of the first libraries in this area to have the coffee shop concept, and it changed some things in the library. People were really surprised that they would be able to have food and drink in the library, and a lot of them thought that was a travesty, or at least something to be very, very guilty about.
Carnegie's provides library patrons with beverages, snacks, and a place to sit down and relax.